The first time we were here, I believe it was on the 4th of this earlier, of last month, excuse me. And we addressed that bond violation based on, it was due in part to the friend, and she couldn't make it home in time. This is more of the same, at least on this last one. Ms. Treadwell reached out to me. She sent me screenshots and everything. She was at a store and her Uber had canceled on her. I told her, okay, report to pretrial. She did so. That was the issue with the one that occurred on, I believe it was the 25th, Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, she's late. She was late by, I want to say 14 to 21 minutes on both the occasions. This is not a willful violation. It's more so of Ms. Treadwell has to work within the auspices of not being able to drive herself. And
quick legal insight here. Bond conditions are like strict contracts between you and the court. Even being late by 15 minutes can count as a violation, and judges rarely have patience for repeat slip-ups. Question for you all, do you think lateness due to Uber cancellations should really be treated the same as intentional violations? Drop your thoughts below.
Depending on other people to make sure that she's at home on time. You know, of course, it's more so, it definitely needs to be a little more preparation put into this, but Your Honor, again, this is not anything willful on her part, and we would request that, you know, this.
I don't know that. All I know is she's got 2 open DWIs, bond violation after bond violation after bond violation. I've told you there's absolutely no tolerance. And here we are yet again. You had a bond violation last month. Now you've got another bond violation. What am I supposed to do? Keep letting you go? What, is there going to be another bond violation next month as well?
No, Your Honor.
History says something different.
There won't be, Your Honor. I'm in outpatient therapy now. I will be in the home.
Prove it.
I will. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, she has been doing everything in top notch, and you know, suffice to say that as far as with this, with these bond violations, with respect to being late, and in no way diminishing the legality of it, but she has really been top notch with everything else that she has done.
But I don't know this. I have everybody here that tries to sell me the sun, moon, and stars, right? It's everybody has little bunnies jumping in the woods here. All I know is that we have got another bond violation. I understand that you're at home 11 minutes late one day, and then next month you're 21 minutes late. I'm not going to do this with you again, Ms. Treadwell. 3 strikes, you're out. I don't care what your excuse is. You need to make better preparations in your life. You need to do better. But you've got a bond violation last month. You got a bond violation this month. I don't care how little it is. If it happens again, you're going to stay with me. Do you understand?
Understood.
Okay. All right. Mr. McCardle, I'm literally at wit's end. I'm ready to set this thing for trial. It's just way too much drama, man.
Yeah, no, I understand, Your Honor, and I get it, and we appreciate your grace, Your Honor. This is Ms. Treadwell understands the.
You know, this, and let me tell you, Mr. McCardle, this is ample proof that I have to stick with the TRAS because she cannot keep even on bond. So I'm not going to waver because I know it's not going to go well. So take a seat for me, man. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
You must be Mr. Burton, not Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. Burton, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Both of you have worked out in agreements where you give up a lot of rights. Understand that when you give up these rights, they're gone forever. When you plead guilty, you can never change it. You cannot come back at a later day and say, you know what, I changed my mind, I'd rather do something else. That's just not, you can't do that. You give up the right to appeal, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If each of you are not citizens, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Like I said, you give up the right to appeal, so it's full, final today. You can never come back. Mr. Burton, you are charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 90 days in Harris County Jail with credit for the 30 days that you've done. You need to understand something very important. This comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you...
Whoa, notice what just happened. That affirmative finding of family violence is a legal game changer. It's not just a slap on the wrist, it locks in future consequences. One more incident, even minor, and it escalates to a felony with prison time. This is the system saying, one strike and the next one gets deadly serious.
ever pick up another one of these cases like this, you will be charged with a third-degree felony. You could be looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. And it doesn't have to be a dragged-down brawl of a fight. No. All you need to do is squeeze someone's arm hard enough to where it hurts, and you're looking at a third-degree felony. Do you understand? You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. You pick up a gun, that's a Class A misdemeanor. Unless, I mean, I don't know your other history. If you have other stuff that bars you, I don't know. But as far as this assault is concerned, you can never own a gun or ammunition as well. Knowing all this, do you still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of assault of a family member? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Mr. Rodriguez, you're on for a driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. This is the gentleman that just didn't want to get a guardian interlock because he just didn't have a car, right?
That's correct, Judge.
Are you sure you want to do this? This isn't like you get to pick and choose what you want to do. I can't go to probation today. I've got to go to work. What's more important, probation or work? Right. Because if you don't do your probation, you will be looking at up to 6 months in jail. That means that you have to do stuff on time. That means that you can't consume alcohol. You cannot consume illegal drugs. If you do not have a license, you cannot drive. That's what all this means. You have.
If you don't have a license, you gotta get a. Just have.
Is this the second let down to a first?
You have
No,
license.
Judge, it's a true first.
You have to have a port license till you get your license. Yeah. Sir, you have a portable. Sir, he does not have driver's license. We need a portable device in lieu of the,
Does he have the ability to get a license? Can he?
One that's ever lifted.
Have you ever had a license before?
Yes, I have, sir.
Okay. My biggest thing is that you need to get a license. Did they put community hours? I will waive your community service hours in lieu of you just getting your driver's license. All I want you to do is be legal.
I can do that.
So you're not always looking over your shoulder every time you're driving. Sucks to drive like that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's not hard.
No.
Look, I will also waive all your fees.
phones.
You don't have to pay anything as far as probation and stuff concerned. I can't pay for outside vendor stuff, but I'm not concerned about the money. I don't care about the money. I care about you doing your stuff on time and you not drinking. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You to successfully complete this probation, it is 180 days in jail to be probated for 2 years. You will do a DWI education class, 3 victim impact panels. You must do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No drugs, alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, then you're in violation. If you violate this probation, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail, bring you back out like right now, and we are going to discuss if you violated it. If you did, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
So you must also have a guardian interlock as well, but portable because, right. So just do your DWI education class, your victim impact panels, and get a license. Do you understand? You need to understand one more thing. This is going to go on your record. So if you're ever pulled over in a car, first thing an officer does, they're going to look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI and you smell like alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you ever have any problem, if you need anything, just come back and tell us. We'll help you with whatever you need.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, whether guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to send you to the agreement. Like I said, if you need anything, come back to us. We'll help you with everything, with whatever you need. Don't take off. It's the worst thing you can do. Got it? Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wait.
Your Honor, I believe he bonded out on the 29th or 30th of January, and you told him he had 45 days. He's told me he has not used since he got out.
The bond violation we're here on is because they called him to go take a test and he failed to go take a test.
Your Honor, I did send a letter from Bel Air Hospital. He checked in that day and was in there for a week.
Oh,
Bel Air Behavioral Hospital.
got it.
And I would ask if, I think his court date is March 18th, and I think that's still there, and I would ask if we could test him that day. He said he was using the concentrated stuff. He has not used since he bonded out, is what he's telling us.
The thing is that if you're taking psychotropic medication, anxiety medication, if you're taking medication that's supposed to help, like they would give you at the Bel Air place, and you use marijuana or you use other things like other illegal substances, it's going to contraindicate. It's going to affect, and you never know how bad it will affect it. So you don't want to do that because it can make things so much worse. I've had friends that have used other things. They now have to relearn how to walk. They used, K2, they used Kush. It literally lost their brain. That's why when you're taking the medication that you take that they give you at the hospital, don't use other things, like don't smoke weed, don't use other things. And if there are other people that try to give it to you, you got to get away because it's not going to help. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't use. That's all I'm asking you to do and stay out of trouble. I'm with you, Mr. Elin. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to do the 18th, yeah,
I think
I'm
we're
down.
set for that day.
Yeah,
So,
okay. So just be good. That's all I'm asking. It's not hard. All right? You got a great lawyer. He's out to help you. We are too. Anything you need, just let me know. All right? Are you in school? Why not?
Job, though. I work at Whataburger now. I got a job, though. I work at Whataburger now.
Great. Why not finish school? Did you graduate from high school? You got to, man. Really? Because when you have a high school diploma, you'll make so much more money than people that don't have one. Is that something that's feasible, you think, Mr. Elin?
I'll talk with him about it. I'll talk with his mother about it. It seems
Monica
like,
too?
I don't think she's here today, but
We can get it to you. We can get your classes for free. All you got to say that you want to do it, let me know, and we'll get you in some classes for free. Okay? I guess let's first work on one thing, and then we can,
I'll talk with him about
Okay?
it.
All right. Good luck, John.
Thank you.
Be proud, man. Mr. D.
Please on Mr. Jalen McCray, excuse me.
Mr. McCray, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 6 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, there's no changing this.
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
Judge, and if I may the record reflect that Mr. McCray is currently on probation on a felony in Hidalgo County. However, I've spoken with him And he has informed me that he has had conversation with his probation officer, and his probation officer informed him that a plea of guilty in this case would not result in the revocation of filing a MRP on the felony case.
I will make a docket notation that you've told me that. I'll admonish him accordingly. And
Yes,
then,
sir, Your Honor.
so you're on probation, felony or misdemeanor probation?
Felony.
Okay. You know, a lot of times these outside counties are a lot tougher than we are here in Harris County. You need to be extremely careful depending on what you're on probation for, because this can be used as a vehicle to revoke that probation, resulting in further confinement or sending you to prison. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Not only that, if they let you squeeze by where they don't do anything, chances are it's probably not going to happen many times where you can just continue to pick up cases and not expect them to, you know, life
sir.
doesn't work like that. There are
Yes, sir.
consequences when you act like a dangerous person out there in the free world. Don't. You have a job?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, when I went to jail, I called my boss man to help me get bonded out. I work for a moving company.
Why would he pay for your bond?
He paid for my bond, then just got his money, like, bonded me out. And when I got bonded out, I just worked off my debt, and then he just stopped putting me on the schedule. It was like an under the table job.
You've got too much time on your hands. You become self-destructive. You start hanging out with the wrong people. When you put your heart and soul into something, you can achieve anything. That's what makes this place so great. Don't matter who you are, what color you are. None of that matters. If you work hard, you can do anything in this life. I know your record sucks, but nevertheless, if you work hard and people know that you put everything into it, the only way you can go is up.
So,
How do you plead to the offense of assault? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to 6 days in jail, give you credit for the 2. I'm going to wipe out any money you owe. Go get a job, man. Get a trade, like a pipe fitter, plumbing, electrician. Do that, and I'm telling you, you can make a ton of money.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass.
Estás pasando criminalmente.
You were on bond for a criminal trespass. You picked up a new criminal trespass.
Y obtuvo otro nuevo delito de estás pasando criminalmente.
Would you hear PC?
Okay.
Well, first I was approached on the new one, which is kind of the same issue as the first one, but I just.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez Correa, you're charged with criminal trespass. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Please.
On February 26, 2025, at 10:18 p.m., an officer on view multiple trespassers at a business in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant and multiple others leaning against the front of the business window by the front door. The defendant provided information, and a person check found the defendant to have been arrested from the same location on September 6, 2024. The complainant, the owner of the business, has a trespass affidavit on file. The defendant was identified with his Honduras passport.
Okay.
The only issue is that trespass affidavit, there's nothing filed on that. I don't have a copy of it. It's not a trespass exhibit.
You don't need a copy of it. He needs to just to know that it exists. And he's been arrested there before.
Right.
I mean, I think that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Mr. Vasquez, every time you go back to this location, you will probably be arrested over and over.
Una y otra vez.
There are plenty of other places for you to go
Lugares
to.
donde puede ir.
You can talk to your lawyer and we can find a place for you to go to.
Okay, pause. This is where courtroom drama meets pure frustration. The judge is spelling it out, don't go back there. Yet some defendants treat this like optional advice. Audience check, do you think repeated trespassing deserves harsher punishment, or should judges keep giving warnings until someone actually learns?
But here, at this what is this location, please?
Convenience store, Judge.
Es una tienda.
Let me double check.
They don't want you there.
No lo quieren ahí en esa.
Don't go back.
No
You
regresen.
will continue to get arrested.
No, te van a continuar de arrestar.
Do you understand?
¿Usted entiende? ¿Me entiende? Conteste. ¿Entiende?
Yes, sí.
Yes.
What did I just say?
¿Qué le dije? ¿Qué es lo que le dije? Repite.
Sí, que no volver a entrar a la tienda.
To not go into the store.
Mm.
¿Qué te va a pasar?
What's going to happen? I'm a good interpreter. I'd interpret.
Sí, lo dice porque fui a comprar una pastilla aspirínita.
I went to go buy some
Se me
aspirin.
dio el corazón.
No hables de
No.
eso, no hables.
No,
Don't
no.
go back.
No regrese.
Yeah.
Anywhere else.
En cualquier otro
Not
lugar
this place.
del lugar.
Okay,
Judge, I was trying to approach because he's got an older case.
yeah. I'll just raise it up by $1.
Raise up my dog.
Okay,
Vamos.
so for now,
Por ahorita.
I will have you go talk with your lawyer so we can figure out how things are gonna go. All I'm asking you to do is please don't go back to this convenience store. Find,
For your information, I have it listed as a Salvadorian restaurant.
Un
But the restaurant
restaurante salvadoreño.
But that's what comes up on Google
Pero
Maps. There is a grocery
sale
supermarket
la
located directly next to it.
maybe perhaps that's it.
Seguida. Estamos.
Okay, all right. Good luck, sir.
Mucha buena suerte, señor.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm covering for Eric Clay. He's
Okay.
taking a jury. I have Mr. Mendoza in a jury box.
Did you just bond out or something?
Judge, he was sent to a rapid test, I guess, from the note that I have from
Oh,
him.
that's right.
And when he came back on Friday, the court was closed, so he returned today.
Yes, Judge, we rolled him from his court-ordered drug test on Friday. It came back presumptively for THC. And then regarding the drug test history we have, he was originally put under our supervision on October 10th of 2024. He tested positive THC then. We gave him a court reset to allow for time for dissipation. He tested again on the 21st of November, 2024.
Right, this is a whole case, so I'm not taking any of that into account.
Yes, Judge.
So, right, so come up, Mr. Mendoza. So, yeah, that I remember, but that's all like history, as they say. No more. I will test you 45 to 50 days from today. If I find that you test positive again, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You're not to use alcohol. You're not to use illegal drugs. I think we ordered him not to drive as well, right? He doesn't have a license?
No idea about that. Do you have a driver's license?
Working on it right now.
So
He doesn't.
you're not allowed to drive as well. You're not to possess your weapons. If I find a case violate any of these conditions, you know what happens. Okay?
Judge, and to
Great.
that amendment to curfew,
Tell me.
He has a curfew from 9 to 6, I guess, but he's saying that he gets home around 11 p.m.
Well, if I could get it set to like 12, or I could get like at least an hour from work to home, because I work all the way in downtown, and usually the latest I leave is 11. I have proof of schedule and everything. I already sent
Okay,
it to my
show it to Felicia, and then we can work with you. But if I find that you pick up a new case, if you're out, other than working, the only reason you can be out is for work. So I'm not giving you on the weekend. Do you understand?
Gotcha.
I don't want, and on the weekend, he's got regular curfew.
I work right now my schedule is looking from Thursday to Sunday.
What do you do?
I work at a restaurant at the Pit Room in downtown.
What's it called?
The Pit Room.
Okay. So on the days you're not working, curfew stands. On the days you work, then, but I don't want you out past this.
Understood.
You understand?
So from like when my days
So
off,
if your work ends at 11, you know, how far do you live from the restaurant?
I want to say like 30 to 40 minutes from my work, from my job.
So what time do you get home normally?
It's because there's never a set time. Like usually just when on average, I want to say like 10:50, almost 11.
Did you get home at that time?
Around there usually if I do everything I'm supposed to, but if it's busier than usual, usually latest I've gotten out was 11.
Okay, then that's it. All right. Okay.
11 to 6. When do you have to leave home?
I mean, if he's working that late, they usually go in later on, you know what I mean?
Yes, Judge.
You know, he's not working at 7 in the
Just want to
morning.
make sure that he's clear about the time that he can leave.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Got it.
Right this way. Oh, sorry.